right, good early morning, guys. Sun's coming up, absolutely gorgeous day. We're gonna start a new job today, but first off, we got a little excitement going on in the shop. We're gonna get a little concrete poured behind the house for our little addition. Hey guys, the next trade show I'll be attending is a big one. It's ConExpo ConAg coming up this March. Sooner than you might think, and the earlier you register and book your accommodations, the better. It's North America's largest construction trade show, with over 2,000 of the industry's biggest brands and 139,000 people in attendance. You can use my special code DIRTPERFECT30 to save 30% on your admission to the show. Again, use my code DIRTPERFECT30 when registering for ConExpo ConAg, valid through December 5th, and save 30% on your admission to the show. Link in the description below, and I hope to see you guys there in Vegas. What do you think about that amazing formwork there? Oh, you're gonna pay me to put concrete down?
What did I tell you about that thing?
I know, that's why I got it out. So don't you wish I just followed you around doing formwork for you?
I really like the chainsaw.
That's impressive, ain't it?
Nibbled edge.
So you can get away with that whenever you don't do it full time.
You could have at least sharpened the chain.
I did actually. Actually, it was a new chain until I hit that screw right there. Hey, it's a good morning to pour concrete.
It is a good
You
day.
even got a roof in case it rains and lights in case it gets dark.
It's not going to get dark, but it might rain. My job is to pull the rebar today.
That's a very important job. All right, guys, I got him a nice little chalk line along the wall there. Going on down. We'll get a little bit shallow here, but it ain't bad. We got rebar in it. We got our footer around the edge here. Since this now is going to be inside, I guess in case you guys missed it, I haven't videoed a whole lot of this, but this is our small little shop addition that we are doing. First 16 feet is going to be tool storage. Next 12 feet is going to be my new office, and then the last 12 feet, I believe that math adds up to 44 feet. I ain't 100% for sure. Next 4 feet is going to be a little bit of a shop addition. We're going to blow this wall out so we get some longer stuff in the shop is the hope of the plan. So got a little pad out front there for the generator to sit on and just have a place to go when we get the door out. Yeah. Truck one unloaded. Should have got us about halfway. I'd say that's pretty close. So here's the question. We're one truck down. You still feeling confident about your math?
Oh yeah. Yeah, because what you don't know is you're paying for concrete, so I just snuck it up to 11 3/4.
I see how this is going.
Anytime I don't have to charge the concrete to myself, it's just Katie bar the door.
All right, well, see where we're at after the next one. right, truck number 2 has showed up. Let's get her laid out. Look at that. Floor is poured. Hopefully we got just enough concrete on the truck for this little pad over here. I'm not trying to be Mr. Obvious here, but I think you could use another handle.
Yeah. That one's bent.
How's that happen?
Because they throw them.
No, no way.
I get mad and yell, and then they throw stuff.
At least you recognize
This is not like Victory Concrete.
At least you recognize you're part of the problem.
Nothing here is easy money.
Well,
I drive the struggle.
I mean, that's like I told the first concrete driver. He's like, man, you don't pour much concrete no more. I said, no, I hire people for that. I like being on this side of it. I don't mind paying that bill because I know what's involved. The old concrete truck's rattling a little bit, but my well-trained ear says we should have plenty. A little extra to spare. So it's a cheap insurance policy. We're about 30 miles from the batch plant, so if we run out of concrete, even if we're a half yard short, it's going to cost us about $700 to get more concrete out here. It'd take about 2 hours to get it here. So having a little bit extra concrete is not always a bad thing. What do you think, Inspector? Did they do it right?
Yeah, I'm trying to teach the old boy how to do some concrete here. It's getting her down.
It's down. Yeah, it's down. I see it.
Practice on you first, then come to me.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he said since it's practice, he's not going to charge me.
Oh,
yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I said we'd double up on the next guy.
Oh, that's how this is going. We got to find somebody in between me and you then.
I think that might be the community association. I'm not sure if I like this idea.
Triple charge
Yeah, not sure this is a good idea either. So, all right. Well, as much as we'd love to stay around and torment you, Mr. Excavation, we got actual work to do.
Our concrete.
Huh?
You can tell this is hard work.
Yeah, I see you're working hard. Your crew's working hard.
That's a good crew.
I'm not arguing that fact. I think they're happy to be back in their tennis shoes instead of their mud boots.
Yeah.
So.
Really happy to be back in shorts.
All right, well, we'll do a final inspection when we get home later today, but you're on your own, bud.
All right.
Looks good.
When we get back.
Looks good now.
What he says.
You know what they always say? It always looks better from my house.
Yeah.
Can't see it from my house.
Well, unfortunately for you, I can see it from my house.
I guess we'll make it look better.
This is gonna be our new, that's my new office floor. You think you can just like maybe do something fancy in that 12 feet there in the middle?
No.
No.
Well, you have to stain it.
I don't think I qualify for that fancy of an office.
Yeah, I think.
I'm gonna be happy. I'm gonna be happy just to have a window.
Yeah. Well, eventually we're gonna have carpet in it.
You know what I'm gonna be happy about is I have an office where not everything in my office gets filthy dirty.
We gotta make sure I got enough room for a couch in there too.
No,
We
that's-
have to go bigger. I was thinking about
This is an office, not a bedroom.
Well,
'cause I know what you- I know what
get kicked out of the house. And need somewhere to stay.
I already know where you're going with this couch. That's code for bed. All right.
I got 2 whole spare bedrooms in my house, Aaron. You're welcome anytime.
So
My boss won't even do that for me.
I built this house in 2006. And this is the only wall of the original building I haven't added on to. Other than that, I've added on all the way around this thing.
Yeah.
So when we put the shop bay on over here.
Well, now you're making me want to do it even more since you
I
did
know.
every other.
Well, this is all we could get HR to approve, and HR writes the checks now. So,
Yeah.
but it does help. He's pouring concrete for free.
Yeah, that
I mean,
helps.
that does help. So, all right, boys, we're out of here.
Good luck.
All right, folks, we are rolling out of Derby. Getting a little bit of a late start here. A lot of stuff going on this morning. But we got the 235 loaded up back there. Aaron's got the sheep stuck compactor on the little trailer. The small 850 we've already dropped off at the job site. We've got a small little pond repair job. Small little pond repair job we're going to try to get to today. The next couple days. It's kind of it's way back in the woods. So half the fun's going to be just getting there. But let's roll. Folks, we have made it. We got a really tight driveway up here we're going to try to get into. They just repaved this road. I can't unload on the road if I need to, but I prefer not to. We're gonna make an honest attempt to get in the driveway. If it don't work, it don't work.
Oh boy. Yep. Well, you destroyed that new camera.
Did we destroy it?
You ran over it and crunched it in a million pieces.
Seriously?
Yeah, what'd you get out of that, a week? Oh, 2 weeks, okay.
I think they missed all the excitement.
They missed it all, but I gave them a little excitement. You worried about your camera being broke?
I lost you guys, but we did get in the driveway, and honestly, for the most part, we didn't even leave the road. So That's super convenient. We're gonna back on up here on top of the hill, and we'll get unloaded up there. So, all right, let the fun begin. All right, this job is actually for a good customer of mine. Hang on, from way back in the day. He bought, I don't know, he's got quite a bit of land here. It might be 100 plus acres. Way back here on the back side of the property. This is from an older gentleman. It property kind of got away from him, I guess would be the best way to put it. And there's a pond they used to camp around way back in the woods that he remembers as a kid. And what we're going to try to do is finagle our way back there and repair the dam on it so him and his kids can use it. And him and his kids can use it and fix it back up to what it kind of used to be. So I don't know for sure what happened. I don't know if it was tree roots or if it was groundhogs, but something has damaged the dam. It is really growed up, as you guys will see here in a little bit. So Aaron's gonna throw some fuel in the 850 and we're gonna take off and see if we can venture our way down through there and make it to the pond. All right, folks, we are off on our great adventure. We got one little ditch down here we got to cross. Obviously, the equipment's not going to have any problems making it through, but we'd like to get it to where we can drive a service truck in and out. He'd like it a little nicer for his side-by-side and his trails. So we'll address it first, then we'll move on to our next one. Alright, so this is a power line right away, as you guys can probably tell from the power line overhead. There's just a small little ditch that runs down through here, and he don't want to put a culvert in it. He just wants to kind of make it to where he can do a little drive through here. So we're just going to kind of peel this back a little bit, nothing fancy. These actually end up being less maintenance out here in the woods than putting a culvert in, because you put a culvert in, they get out here and they get plugged up, and the next thing you know, everything's washed out. Where you're just running over them with a side-by-side or a Ranger or whatever you got, this works out pretty good, because all these little ditches have a rock bottom. They usually don't wander around too much. All right, let's walk across to the other side. This side over here is not too bad. Told him we wouldn't get too carried away with making those pretty. We'll just clean them up on the way out. After just make it enough we can get the pickup truck through it. That'll work. Obstacle number one, we have cleared. Always makes me a little nervous when the homeowner says your equipment will fit through the woods trail. No problem whatsoever. They usually don't realize how big the equipment is, but I will have to say this does look like a pretty nice trail, so maybe we'll be fine. We're off. right, we got their little crossing here. We're gonna do the same thing we did on the other one, just kind of dish it out. And then sounds like we're heading into the woods right over there, so it's kind of hard to see what we got through the wall of the weeds here, but there's a pretty good lip there on the other side. I'm gonna jump around, pull it back, and then make it work. We may go and slope that one back a little bit more when it's all said and done, but that'll get us through for now. That's fine. Right there, gotcha. All right, back to the woods we go. Whenever you come into the woods right there, there's a pretty hefty little drop off on your left right there. The trail's right up against the ditch, you know, it's good because of the weeds. All right, our adventure is almost over. Our trees are getting a little tighter, but the dam is right there. Thank you, I'm glad you're directing traffic. I almost got lost.
Watch the trees, I'll direct you where to go.
The deeper we go, the closer they get together.
We've made so many turns, he's got so many trails, I don't know where we're at.
We might need
I
you.
just know we gotta go that way.
You think they got them on GPS so we know how to get out of here?
Yeah.
All right. Got a grapevine here. I'd like to get down out of that tree so I don't hang on our machine. I don't know if it's gonna come out of there or not. Come on, baby. Seriously? You gonna play this game? There we go. Way behind the scenes, I told you there was a lake back here in the middle of the woods.
Yeah. How are the safari trails with the truck?
Well, let me tell you, they were quite the adventure. But we're here, bud.
Yeah. We found
That lake is actually bigger than I remember.
Yeah, and it's going to be probably twice the size it is when
To get her going. So,
Yeah.
all right. Well, now that we're here, which I don't know, how far do you think we're back in here? Long ways.
Wherever, yeah. The way you went, probably 2 miles away. I went probably 1.5 miles.
I did video of it, but how was your ride on the roller?
Wasn't bad, and I made it through that ditch pretty easy. Now going out the other way, I don't know if I'd have made it or not.
All right,
I
guys.
was so glad that I did not get stuck.
Yeah. All right. So here is the here's the plan. So I tried to explain this to him. Obviously, these people don't know names, but this was a family farm for a lot of years, and the guy that owned it kind of got to the point to where he couldn't maintain it no more.
Yeah.
And a friend of ours ended up buying it, and he's trying to kind of get it back to what it used to be.
Yeah.
And this used to be, I don't know, I wouldn't say their prized possession, but this used to be a really nice fishing, swimming hole. They had a really nice camp set up over on that knoll, right? You spent more time down here as a kid than I did.
Yeah, yeah. They had four-wheeler trails. I mean, it was like going to a four-wheeler park.
Yeah.
There's trails everywhere.
Everything maintained, kept up real nice.
Yes.
So Ryan, the guy who has bought it, is, he don't, I mean, obviously it's not going to be anything public, but he has kids and one day hopefully have grandkids, and he's trying to get this back to usable shape. And the first step is to get this lake back
Yeah.
in usable condition.
I don't know if they can tell, but this is a dam.
This is a dam. And that is a big washout through the dam where we believe it's leaking a lot.
And the beaver's got another slide.
And the beaver's got, yeah. And then the trees got roots, and I think we could just go on and on and on about all the issues we got here.
Yeah.
All right, so first things first, we got to find the dam.
And get rid of snakes.
And once we find the dam, then we'll figure out how we're going to fix the dam.
Yeah.
I told Ryan we might leave those two trees, but I don't know.
I wouldn't
I think they need to go too, don't you?
They're going to end up dying by the time we finish.
I think you're right. We'll leave him for now, and then we'll break the bad news to him tomorrow. So he had to leave, so.
Yep.
All right, you ready to rip and tear?
I think so. Now you guys can see the lake back there that we were looking at. Yeah, I see the leaves on that one, that walnut tree. Yeah, that little one. Yeah, I think it's gonna have to go too.
All right, folks, we're making progress across here. Man, these little sycamore trees, combination of them being right next to this pond and the dirt being dry, they are really kind of turned into a pain in the butt to get out. I know some of you guys are probably saying we don't have the stump ripper here. The problem is the stump ripper don't work as good on these really small stumps. Before I get enough cleared here, I'm just gonna hop on the dozer, kind of start pushing a little bit of brush we got. Kind of got a hole cleaned out down there at the bottom of the dam. He just wants to, whoa, hello, wrong side of the thumb. He just wants to kind of pile everything up down there and leave it for wildlife habitat. So we're just gonna kind of get us a nice little pile down there that's safely out of our way. And yeah, haul it up. Come on, come out of there. Man, them things are in there good. Craziness. Grab that and roll it uphill for him a little bit. don't you push this stuff right here in front of me out of the way, then I'll pull that up there and put it right there. I'm not gonna lie, that dam's a little steeper than what it looks once you get the trees cleaned off of it. Oh yeah, look at that, nice little push going down through there. I can see that trail back here now. You probably got 60 feet to it. You probably got 60 feet to that trail. I can see it back here from up here. There's a trail that runs down there on the back side of the dam. He just wanted to make sure we didn't get that brush down there too far. We blocked off that trail, but I think we're gonna be good. All right, let's pull this a little bit up here. We may end up stripping a little bit of that hill off over there. I don't know yet. Kind of depends on what kind of quality of dirt we got in this dam when we go to quarry tomorrow. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there. I'm not gonna go strip a bunch of dirt or strip a bunch of trees that we don't need to strip unless we absolutely have to, so. Wanted to say what I'm seeing so far, dirt on top and the dirt that comes out underneath these stumps. I'm pretty impressed with the quality of dirt in these dams. You get into some of these older dams, you don't know what you're getting into, but so far it looks pretty good. Hopefully it holds. I have no idea how old this thing is, but it's been here for a good long while, I'll tell you that much. Rolling and bothering. All right, guys, I'm gonna throw you guys up on time lapse and let you watch. We're about halfway across the dam. We're gonna bust out the other half down through here, and guess we'll head back to Derby and check on our concrete, see how Matt's getting along. Wait, buddy, see, that looks a lot different on it.
Yeah.
No, I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about this.
Yeah.
Look at that. I went from a pond in the woods to, that's pretty.
Yeah, it is.
So, I have,
Damn now.
and I'll tell you what, I don't know who built this thing back a long, long time ago, but I'm pretty damn impressed.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so Our issue that we know of is right here. We were talking about coring this whole thing. But if we start digging and this dirt's as good as what I think it is, we might just really focus our efforts right here where we know we got a problem and go forward. But we do have 2 trees right here. We kind of discussed leaving with the landowner, but I don't know. We're going to talk to him in the morning. We may discuss letting those go. It's kind of where the dam comes back into the bank, and they're kind of back behind the water line, but they're also kind of right here in our issue area.
Yeah.
And if I had to guess what has happened here, it's just a guess, but it's probably a rodent, and he found it easier to dig where the fill met the original ground.
Yeah.
Tunneled on through.
Yeah, he did.
So
I would say.
And by the time we get done digging around, we may end up disturbing those trees. But I made a very unique discovery.
You did, didn't you?
This is one of the more unique ponds that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I've seen a pond with like 2 dams, but usually it's like a dam, a hill, and then a dam, or a 90 dam.
Yeah.
This one's got a dam on both ends.
Both ends.
There is a dam over there too. See that little section I got cleaned off?
Yeah.
That is like a 40-foot drop over there.
Oh man.
But I didn't see any signs of it leaking over there, so that's good.
That's good. That's good.
And then it comes back into natural ground all the way around there, and then the dam starts again right where it levels off.
Mm-hmm.
But that dam actually goes back in there a pretty good ways. Look at that.
Oh, it does go back in there a good ways.
So I'm trying to imagine what this looked like before, because there's not really a valley going up that way. So it had to be some sort of ditch coming down through here, and then I don't know. I would like to have been here when they built it to see what they started with.
Yeah.
I think we're as far as we can go here today. We're gonna head back. I'm gonna check on my concrete, see how Mr. Excavation got along with the concrete. We'll get back tomorrow. We're gonna dig into this and see what we got. So,
Yeah.
all right, let's head to the shop. Check that out, guys. 8 hours later, we got us a beautifully poured pad. Matt and the guys already went and cut the thing. It looks absolutely awesome. Looks good. Got our little step down done here. Looks good too. They pulled the form board off, got that all looking good. I like it. I like it a lot. So in case you guys kind of missed what the plan is, I think I've went over this a few different times, but I'll hit it again here real quick because I haven't really covered this all really well. We got a warranty claim on our siding. I don't know if you can see how well our siding is fading down there. So basically, we're going to re-side the whole house. In the process of re-siding the whole house, I decided I was going to take this opportunity to close this in and make it all indoor space. So we got a door we're going to put in right here. This actually goes into our master closet. Can you tell this is part of the old original house, and that's where the new addition started? Anyways, got a door going to go in right there to our master closet, which goes into our master bathroom. And basically we're going to pour a pad right here and get us a hot tub. I used to have a hot tub years ago. We remodeled the house. I got rid of said hot tub, and I miss said hot tub. So we're going to get one back finally. I've been saying for the last 3 years I was going to get one back, and we haven't done it. But this year we're going to do it. So this here, which was kind of our storage, our outdoor storage, is now all going to become indoor storage. If you guys remember several videos ago, we moved that carport over here. That's now our outdoor storage, and I may end up doing a little something else somewhere else, but for now that's enough to get us by. But the first 16 feet of this room, so this is the back door coming out of the shop, the first 16 feet, which takes us down to about this plug-in right here, is going to be where the air compressor is going to go. So you guys will be super excited to know it's going to come out of the shop, so you guys don't have to hear it run anymore. Now that this is going to be conditioned space, I'm comfortable putting it out of here. I used to have it out here before, but in the winter time it would blow the breaker because it was so hard to get it started. And in the summertime there was so much water in the air it ruined the controls on my crane, so that's why I moved back inside. But now this is conditioned space just like the shop. It'll be fine. We'll move it on this side of the wall, that way you guys don't have to listen to it run. The rest of this is just going to be tool storage. We may put a couple, maybe my hot water heaters over there. I don't know yet, but it's gonna be tool storage. The next 12 feet, which will take us down to somewhere right in here, is gonna be my actual official office. Right now my office is in the loft up in the shop, and I have no way to keep anything clean, because if we're doing something dirty in the shop, that gets everything in my office dirty. It's got me by for a lot of years, but it'll be nice to have a clean space. And it'll also be nice to have it on the main floor. So we got that coming in here, and then the remainder of this, which will be from about right here down, this last 16 feet. I had a mark on the wall over here. Yeah, it's right there. So from here down and all the way up to that part of the roof, we're gonna take this wall out and open it up into the shop. And that will allow us an extra 10 feet. Actually, it'll allow us almost an extra 12 feet, because we'll get rid of the stuff on the other side of this wall. And most importantly, everything I got, including the lowboy trailer, will then fit in the shop. So it's not a huge shop addition, but it's going to be a nice little shop addition. The debate about building a new shop is, I would love to have one, but I'm kind of waiting. I think I'm going to hold off and see what the kids do with the business. If Gunner wants to take the business over, he may want to build a nice big shop down on the other property. If I end up selling the business, and this is my hobby shop, it is plenty big. So I'm not going to spend $500,000 on the shop right now, not knowing what the long-term plan is whenever this one is getting us by. And yes, we do work in here a lot in the winter time, but it's not where we make our money here in the shop. So, but got the lumber and the door and the window for out there, just to give you guys a little bit of a visual on the inside. So basically from here over, which lines up with that door, will come out from about that hose reel down. So we'll be able to get this out into the storage room. This here is going to just turn into some shelves out there. We probably will take this and just rock it around into the room over there, but at least get all this cleaned up. So between what room we lose here and what room we gain out there, it's gonna be 12 to 14 feet, which will definitely be nice. Give us a little bit more extra room. And the main thing is too, all this stuff along the wall I can now get rid of and put out there in the storage room, which just gives us that much more floor space right here in the shop we already got and we already own. So it's yeah, it'll be good. So for you guys that don't know, that is my office up there. It was never meant to be an office. It was supposed to just be tool storage and part storage, but I kind of commandeered them as my office, and it's worked good for a lot of years. But yeah, you can only imagine how dirty it gets up there. So it'd be nice to have something that stays clean. But all right, that's a wrap on this one, guys. We're gonna hit it hard first thing in the morning and see if we get that pond dam fixed and carry on. See you then. If your travels take you through southern Indiana or just looking for a unique destination, everybody is always welcome here at the world famous Derby Market and the home headquarters of the Dirt Perfect operation. No guarantees you'll catch Aaron or myself, but feel free to take all the pictures you like. Just for obvious reasons, please don't climb on or in any of the equipment. And most importantly, please tag us on all the social platforms, including the Derby Market. Before you head out, take a quick trip inside, look around, and locate the Dirt Perfect Visitors Map. Be sure you pin the location you traveled from and enter the Dirt Perfect Visitors drawing for a chance to win some Dirt Perfect merch. As always, guys, thank you for watching and supporting this channel. It means the world, and we shall catch you on the next one.